You know that feeling, right? You're looking for business advice, and you're just flooded. There are thousands of books out there, and every single one is promising you the secret to success. But where do you actually start? Well, let's cut through all that noise. We're going to build a simple roadmap together, one that helps you find the right advice for you right where you are now.
And let's be honest, it all starts with a question like this one from Reddit. It's a question a lot of us have probably thought about. I mean, do these famous business books really change things? Or are they just kind of well-marketed fluff? The answer, as you might guess, isn't so simple.
Because when you ask that question online, this is what you get. A massive list of recommendations. Books on personal habits, nitty-gritty startup tactics, high-level strategy. It's just a flood of information from every corner of the business world. And that's the real problem, isn't it? Success isn't just a reading list. It's a journey. And a list like this, well, it doesn't tell you where to begin.
So, to make sense of all this, we've organized these ideas into a journey that builds from the inside out. First, we'll talk about mastering yourself. Then we'll get into building from an idea. After that, we'll zoom out to winning the competitive game. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with what it means to have true business acumen. And then you'll know your first step.
So, where do we begin? Well, it all starts with this really powerful idea from Stephen Covey. Private victory precedes public victory. What he means is, before you can lead a team or launch a company or win in the marketplace, you've got to master yourself first. And that private victory, it's built on these first 3 habits from his book. Number 1, be proactive. That just means focusing on what you can actually control. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. You have to know your destination before you even start the car. And number 3, put first things first. This is all about choosing what's truly important, not just what feels urgent. This is the foundation everything else is built on.
And this is where the rubber meets the road. You can see the real-world impact right here. This Reddit user is talking about applying principles from Dale Carnegie, but it perfectly captures that private victory. It's not about learning some slick business tactic, it's about a fundamental shift, becoming a better, more genuinely interested person. That's the real starting line. Okay, so once you've got that personal foundation solid, it's time to actually build something. Now we're shifting gears, moving from that internal mindset to external action. We're going to talk about turning those ideas of yours into something real. And this is where a few of those must-read books come together to form this awesome little toolkit. First, you use the MOM test to figure out if your idea is any good without getting biased feedback from people who love you. Then, you use the Lean Startup and its build, measure, learn cycle to actually build it. And the engine that drives the whole thing, Atomic Habits, which is all about making those tiny, consistent improvements every single day.
And here's why that is such a game changer. This user absolutely nails why the MOM test is so important. It completely changes how you approach people. It moves you away from asking, hey, isn't my idea great? And teaches you how to uncover what people's real problems are. Honestly, getting this part right can save you years of wasted time building something nobody actually wants.
Okay, so you've worked on yourself, you've got a validated idea, and you're building it. Now it's time to zoom out. Because no business, not a single one, exists in a vacuum. You are stepping into a competitive arena, and you have to understand the rules of that game.
To really get a grip on that arena, we have to look at the work of a legend, the strategist Michael Porter. He argued that most of us have a huge blind spot. We get so fixated on our direct rivals, the other guy who does what we do. But this concept of extended rivalry shows that competition is coming at you from all sides. Your suppliers, your customers, products that could replace yours, and even companies that aren't even in your market yet.
These pressures are what make up Porter's famous 5 forces. And look, this is not just some boring list from a business textbook. This is the brutal, harsh landscape that a book like Peter Thiel's 0 to 1 is reacting against. Thiel argues you should try to build a monopoly for a reason, because these forces can absolutely crush your profits. The goal isn't just to list these off. It's to find a weak spot, an opening where you can build a real lasting advantage.
So after you've analyzed that whole battlefield, Porter says you've really only got 3 ways to play and win. You can be the cost leader, think a massive retailer with the lowest prices. You can differentiate, creating a unique brand that people will pay more for, Or you can focus on a tiny niche and just serve that one market better than anyone else on the planet. The key is you have to choose. Trying to be everything to everyone is a recipe for disaster.
All right, so we've got personal habits, we've got startup execution, and we've got big picture strategy. But how do they all connect? What's the glue that holds it all together? Well, that's the final piece of our puzzle, developing something called business acumen. So what is business acumen really? Is it like one skill, a handful of things? Nope. According to the Business Acumen Handbook, it's this many. 38. 38 distinct traits. Now, the point isn't to go memorize a list of 38 things. It's to understand that acumen is a holistic skill. It's about seeing how the entire business works together as one giant interconnected system.
In this quote right here, it just nails why this matters so much. This isn't just a skill for the CEO in the corner office. This is the whole idea behind books like Ray Dalio's Principles. The goal is to create systems where everyone in the company, not just the leadership, can develop this kind of insight and become a truly prized asset.
At the end of the day, business acumen is the connective tissue. It's what lets you see the big picture. It's understanding how a decision you make over here causes ripples way over there in another department. It's about grasping the financial impact of everything you do. To put it simply, it's what it takes to think like an owner.
So we built this entire path, starting from the inside with you, the individual, and working our way all the way out to the entire marketplace. And that brings us to the single most important question of all.
Now it's over to you. Your journey starts right now. Looking at this roadmap we've just walked through, where do you need to put your energy first? Is it about mastering your own character and habits? Is it time to get practical and start building your product? Or is it maybe time to think bigger and finally define your competitive strategy? The path is yours to walk, and your first step starts now.